Hi everybody, welcome back to Texture Tag Tuesday. We're following along with Jerry Bellini over at her YouTube channel, and she's following along with some other artist out of a book, sort of, kind of. She's using techniques from that, and so it follow the trail back to the original source artist. This one is negative reverse applique. So we're going to do 2 layers of t-shirt material. Oh, I didn't turn on my light. I got a new light, everybody. Hold your eyes. The camera might not like this. There you go. Oh, that is so much better. I can see. You guys can see. I got a new light. I'm so excited for the new light. Let me tell you. Anyways, we're going to do 2 layers of t-shirt fabric. I'm going to do the same sort of thing as I did here on day number 4, except for, well, obviously I've chosen a different top fabric, but we're not cutting out the inside part. We can, and I might still cut out the inside part, but we're cutting out the outside. So we're going to take off all of this and leave a lot of the background fabric. So I decided to use black instead. Yeah. So I'm using this sort of as my guide as to the shape I want. We're once again going to paint. And then we're going to stitch, and we're going to cut out all the background top layer. So put a little bit of this pink down. Oh, I think that's a different color pink than I used last time. That doesn't look the same. That's okay. That's okay. It doesn't have to be the same. I'm using Arteza fabric paints, and I may use some of these Arteza fabric markers as well, because that's what I used last time. I don't know what I'm going to be able to see or not see, so we'll see what happens. I may use that. I'll leave it out. Okay, so paintbrush. Where's my paintbrush that I used? This one. Get a little water, a little bit of paint. Can I put that up in the corner so you guys can still see that it's out of my way? We are just kind of going for it. I don't need the bottom layer yet. Let's just use the top layer. Fabric. Yeah, top layer of fabric. So my shape is kind of, my paw shape is kind of like that, with a toe here and a toe here and a toe here and a toe here. Something like that. This fabric paint works completely different on this fabric. Oh, it's just sucking right in. There's no color to that at all. Look at that. Huh. Alrighty then. We may need to do this in multiple layers for it to be shown on this particular fabric. That's alright. We can do layers. I've got my blow dryer over here plugged in behind me. Put a lot of paint on there, and it is just sucking right up. Alrighty then. good shape. I feel like it needs to come down a little more. Like that. And down a little more on this side, like that. A little bit more. Okay, well, let's dry that. Put that in the water so it doesn't dry up. Let's dry that, and then we'll put another coat. Riveting television, I know. Let's see if that's dry enough for another coat. I know it's not dry, but it might be good enough for a second layer. Pretty close. All right, let's try again, and I may have to change colors. Maybe I'll try the purple. Should I try the purple? Let's look for purple instead. Do I have a purple? Or maybe I'll do a blue or something. Light pink? Should I do a lighter pink? Maybe if I do this one. This one's not a fabric paint, but if I mix this regular craft paint in with that fabric paint. Oh, this one's never been opened. Okay. Well, then I know it's going to be a good tube of paint. It's never been opened. Alrighty. Let's use... Oh, come on. Who knows how old it is? Could be 10 years old. I don't know. My paints seems like they last forever. That's a little chunky. That might not be. That might have been bad to start with. That's interesting. Okay, throw that away. All right, let's mix a little of that light into that other color and see if I can get... I'm not going to go quite so neon as the other one, but maybe a light pink will, because this lighter color is more opaque because it's got some white in it. So maybe it will be better on this fabric. Let's give it a go. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay. I am going to go around the edges with a marker to kind of clean those up. I got a little too much paint on my palette. That's okay. I have some bits and bobs. I've got this piece here that I've been kind of working on. I don't know if you can see it. Let me zoom you out. It's just an abstract kind of a figure. This is where I put all my extra paint when I'm done painting something. I just throw it on here. It had something on it already. It's got some texture on there. It was from the thrift store or someplace. See, there's like a butterfly. I don't know if you can see it. There's like a butterfly here and around something. It had like a figure painted on it with a bow. I don't know. It had some stuff on it. And I'm just painting the background with my excess paints when I'm done with projects. And eventually it'll have enough layers and texture and color on it that I'll be happy with it. And then maybe I'll collage on top of it, or I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Put a sentiment. I don't know. It's a mixed media in work in progress, but it's my extra paint board. It started out looking like a female figure, and it's looking less and less like that, and that's okay. I'm just slapping paint on it. Oh, now you guys are very far away because I zoomed out to do that other thing. But this is better. Absolutely better. Okay, that's much better. And you know what? We're just going to set that over here for a second to let it dry. And I am going to just slap this extra paint on here because I don't think I'm going to need it for the next technique. No. I'm doing 2 Texture Tag Tuesdays on the same day. Because I don't have time to come out every single week. So what I'm doing is once every 2 weeks or so, I'm doing 2 tags in one, not in one video, but on one recording day. I don't like this green. I want to cover up that green. I'm not feeling the green. Okay, so now I've put another layer of pink, and that'll sit over here and dry for a while. And then this paw is going to need another blast from the hair dryer, so let me do that real quick. You guys aren't going to see anything. I apologize. I'm not even sure you guys can hear me when this is happening. So normally I wouldn't use the high heat on acrylic paints like if I was doing an actual painting, because it may change the color of your paint. But for this, I don't think it's going to make any difference. I'm not worried about the color of the paint. So I'm just blowing it on high. Letting the air go right through. It's hot on my fingers. Let's see. How's it doing? Let me check. Dry enough, I think. Dry enough. Not super dry, but dry enough for the next step. Okay. Yeah, dry enough. Let me zoom back in. Okay, yeah, I need to do it over here. Okay, next thing I'm going to draw with the purple pen like I did before. To kind of clean up the edges, although you're not going to really tell. That's alright. You're not going to really tell that that's purple. But it still will clean up the edges. Still a little wet. Watch your fingers, Don. It's still a little wet. I'm going to have to do one more round of blow drying. Like I said, I don't know if you guys can hear me when I'm blow drying, so I know. Riveting television content or YouTube content. When I'm in the blow dry stage, feel free to, zoom. Absolutely zoom zoom. That kind of fixes some of those little blurps that are kind of all over the place. Around the edge. Can it be a little rustic? Rustic is a good word. You know what? The word rustic covers up a multitude of sins. Oh, it's just rustic. You know what? Since I'm probably not going to cut out the middle, I wonder if I want to color the middle with the purple pen. It's not doing very well. It's because it's kind of still wet. Rustic. Think rustic, Don. I don't. Okay. Clean off the tip of my pen because it got some pink paint on it. Okay. It needs to dry again. Pardon me, because I don't think I can stitch through that. That's too wet. How's that? Does that feel dry? Mostly. One more little blast. Okay. I wish I could show you guys that, but I can't because my cord doesn't come over this far. But as you can see, my studio is not very big if I can reach something that's plugged into the wall opposite of where I'm working. It's not that big. Okay, that's dry enough. So then what we're going to do is we're going to stitch around here and around these guys. But, haha, got to make sure I've got my second layer under there. That's important. And you know what? I might want to bring it up a little bit, because I'm going to cut all that off anyways. So let me bring it up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to clip these so that they don't slide around too much while I'm stitching. They might get in my way and it might annoy me and I may just take it off, but we're going to start with it clipped anyways. Okay. And then just some, this time I'm using only 4 strands of floss instead of 6. I think I used 6 last time. It was a little thick. Jerry likes to have her knots on the front. She likes to see them. I just discovered and decided that I don't like that, so I'm not doing that. And then this time she's doing a back stitch. So I'm going to try that. I am not a skilled sewist. Yeah, this needle is... Oh, we are going to be struggling If you want to fast forward through this part, feel free to do that as well, because this is not gonna go well. I can already tell this is not gonna go well. This needle is struggling. This is not a good needle for this fabric. But we are going to just try. My stitches are going to be bigger than they probably should be because I don't want to do as many because this is annoying. Why am I following Jerry's thing if it annoys me? Good question. I want to step outside my comfort zone in my art and doing something different. I want to learn new things, and I am learning things. I have learned that I don't have the right needles. Apparently, there's certain brands of needles that are way better than others on t-shirt fabric. She has mentioned the name. I am not buying, this is annoying me, I'm not buying new needles for this project because I just don't do enough needlework for me to spend the money on something that it's not really that important to me. I'll go ahead and struggle a little bit. But my word of the year that I was gifted by my pastor, believe it or not, our pastor gifted us words of the year. It was kind of a twofold word because depending on how you pronounce it, it was either recreate or recreate. And out here in the studio, I'm thinking of recreate and maybe doing a little change of maybe what I do or who I am when I'm out in the studio and kind of branch out. I do know that needlework is not my first love. I can do it. But I do know it's not my first love, and I probably never will be. However, does it mean I shouldn't try? No. Doesn't mean I shouldn't try. And see how it's getting better as I'm going along? Now when she starts doing fancy stitches, like she's starting a new group that is going to follow this book all the way through with all the fancy stitches, I am not joining that group. And she's going to start doing other things for her Textured Tuesday. When she does her tag number 6, this is tag number 5. When she does tag number 6, she talks about that in her video. So go ahead and go over there and see that one as to why she is choosing to do a different kind of a group. Following along in that particular book. Yes, my black piece is no longer in the same realm as my other piece, but you know what? Because I'm going to be cutting away most of the black, it doesn't matter on this particular one if they are lined up and they stay. So that's okay. Trying to, come on, because it's two groups of 2 threads. One of that group is just not coming through. Doesn't want to. It's not cooperating. Now on Jerry's video, she does fast forward her videos through her sewing part, which I'm not going to do. If you want to learn about what a backstitch is and how to do it properly, I am not the one to show you, and apparently I'm just completely in my lap and off the screen because it's hard. It's actually very difficult to record yourself stitching because you want to hold it over here where you can hold it and see better and be more comfortable. So holding it way out at arm's length is a bit of a challenge. Oh, I'm not going to have enough thread to go all the way around this, am I? Oh, maybe. Just barely. Yeah, I'm going to have to get new thread for around here. What was I saying? Yeah, I am not the one to follow if you want to learn how to do any of this needlework. Absolutely not. However, go and follow Jerry. She's got a big following. And if you're here from Jerry's channel, because occasionally she will shout me out on her Facebook page. If you're here from that, welcome. Ooh, I'm just barely going to make it. I forgot that backstitch actually uses twice as much thread as a running stitch. So I really needed to have more thread. 2 more stitches, I don't think I'm going to make it. Nope. My needle's so long that it's not going to make it. That's all right. We can we? Nope. Nope. It's fine. It's fine. Am I going to be able to even get under there? To make a knot, do it that way. That's a knot. That will work. And then we need another bunch because I want to sew down these toes. But I may sew down the toes just in a little bit and maybe not a running stitch. I mean, maybe not a back stitch. Let's get some more thread here. This one. Hello, come here. Maybe around the toes I'll only use 2 threads instead of 4. Maybe that's what I'll do. Okay. Alrighty. Let's, like I said, if you want to fast forward through some of this, feel free because it's probably going to be close to an hour video. But I've only got oh, that's not right. There we go. That's correct for backstitch. You got to go back on yourself. Go back in where you started. Am I going all the way around my toes? No, I don't seem to be doing so. Just going to go partly around because this isn't going to get cut out anyways. Do I need to make smaller stitches? Probably. Am I doing it? No. Is it working better with 2 threads instead of 4? Absolutely. Did 4 threads work better than 6 on the last one? Absolutely. I don't know how people back in the day, ladies, did stitching like by candlelight. I need way more light than that. I need this super bright LED. How did they even do it? I don't know. They were amazing women. I guess the more you do it, the better you get at it, and the faster you go, and the more precise your needlework is. I 100% know that mine is horrific, and that if there was any woman from the 17 or 1800s looking at my stitches, they thought it would be done by a 5-year-old. And that's how I feel. I feel like a 5-year-old when it comes to needlework because I am so brand new to it. And so when I'm doing my drawings, I get it when you guys say, how do you do that? How are your lines so smooth? How do you know where to shade? That kind of thing. It becomes second nature the more you do it. And I've been drawing for so long. And I've practiced drawing for so long that it just becomes second nature. Whereas stitching, I feel like a 5-year-old. But that's what you need to do. If I want to get better at it, I would need to really invest the time to do more of it. Like I said, at this moment in time, I don't really care. But I might, in the future, I might care. I might want to invest some more time practicing and doing things. So, I'm just having fun. I'm playing. Today is play day. It is a cold and rainy day at my house, and I am just playing. What is this mess? What happened there? What happened there? Way back at the beginning of this. Okay, let's cut that and then tie it like a knot. Don't know what happened there. I guess I didn't pull it tight. I got this big old loop in the back. Alright, I'll just make a knot. If I can. Come on. Come through. Jerry, how do you do this? And on camera. You're amazing. I bow down to you, Jerry. All right, so now we're going to cut out around this whole shape. And I need my other scissors, not these big blue ones. Those are not sharp enough. These little tiny scissors, hopefully they're sharp enough. This is a weird fabric, this black one, and I may have to get it closer to my person. It's a knit, but it's got a different feel to this one. And then this one was easy to cut out because it was felt. So I just have to be careful not to cut my background fabric. I'm trying to leave it where you guys can see it, but I also need to put it near my face so I can see what I'm doing. Well, this is not cutting well. I do have some really nice sewing scissors. They never leave the room where my sewing machine is, because I do not want them used for anything but sewing. These other scissors, they've been used for other things. I think Jerry leaves a bigger margin than I'm leaving. She said 1/4 of an inch. I might be 1/4 of an inch from my stitching there. But I'm certainly not 1/4 inch from where I painted. But we'll see. See how this goes. I think I'll like the final product. I'm just not overly enthused with the process. I don't want to be complaining the whole time though, which I feel like I am. I feel like I'm I feel like I've been a very big complainer, and I don't mean to be that way. Come on, don't cut the bottom fabric. See, when you guys struggle with something, just persevere. I'm struggling, I'm persevering. And you know what? That's kind of cute. Rustic. I will go with the word rustic again. It's kind of cute. All right. Now I want to adhere this to this. So we're going to use our glue brush and a little bit of matte medium. That works. You could use fabric tack. I don't have any. You could just use regular white glue. Oh my gosh, that lid is a serious lid. Okay. A little bit of that on there. Hey, I didn't have to go hunting for my glue brush this time. It was still right here from last time. All right, good enough. Just gonna glue that puppy down. That will dry. Is it straight? No. Can I make it straight? No. It's good enough. It is. It's down. Oh, maybe I can make it straighter. Look, I can make it a little straighter. There we go. Okay, there is my Tuesday texture tag for week number 5. Week number 5 texture tag on Tuesday. Should I put a more neutral background for my thumbnail? Probably. I'm going to stick it here so that I can write texture tag Tuesday over here. All right, you guys have a blessed day. Would you like me to zoom in a little bit on what it looks like up close and personal? It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. But from a distance, it looks cute. And like I said, I don't have a whole heck of a lot of fabrics to choose from, so that's the other thing. We'll see what happens on the next video, because the next one is going to have some like rippled, folded kind of things that we're going to just stitch on. We will see what happens. I don't know. I have to watch that video again. It's been a few days since I watched it, and I think I fell asleep through some of it because I think I missed part of it. So I'm going to have to watch it again. Sorry, Jerry. But it'll give you 2 views for the price of 1. So that's good for your view count. Yeah, I'll go back and watch that. And then I will be back on next week doing texture tag number 6. All right, you guys have a blessed day. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.